Laura McLean. I'm a doctor, I'm a mother, a daughter, a sister, a wife, an aunt, and a friend. I'm just gonna warn you all that I'm a crier. It's gonna be tears and snot, but I'm not ashamed. I had the opportunity to participate in the Compassionate Leadership Program here in Squamish, along with a cohort of colleagues from the Cowichan Valley. The timing of that was fortuitous. I feel like a seed was planted, and over the next year it germinated, formed roots, and began to sprout. I began to collaborate with two of my colleagues and friends, Dr. Valerie Masuda, a palliative care and emergency physician who was also attending that Compassionate Leadership Program in the spring of 2023, and Andrea Lemp, a retired psychiatric nurse and former director of mental health and substance use for Island Health. Together, we shared a common vision to create safe, accessible spaces where people with diverse needs could gather, fostering connection to our shared humanity and to our innate ability to heal. We wanted to offer our power and privilege and our ability to earn money doing this work to empower others to be leaders and creators of programs and circles and communities of practice. Our hope was that if the structure we created was based on Indigenous knowledge, then we would have a hope of creating a container that's safe and welcoming to all. We want everything that we create to be infused with cultural humility and safety and anti-racism. We knew we could not do this on our own. And it was actually my husband, Mark, who's here with me, it was his suggestion that we reach out to Team Atleo. And we were thrilled when not only did they agree to meet with us, but they understood what we were talking about, and they were interested in what we were doing. They even said in one of our meetings that they like us. This was a pivotal point for SATA. As we've started to receive guidance and support from Team Atleo, the pieces of the puzzle have started to fit together. And the path forward is starting to clear. We're only a few steps into the path, and we don't know where it's going to take us. There's so much more that we don't know than what we do know, but reconciliation requires action. And I'm just so grateful to be in action in a direction that feels right and where I see and feel a lot of hope. My heart tells me that I'm on the right path. In the spring of 2024, Val and Andrea and I formed a corporation and founded the SATA Center for Conscious Living as a home for the groups and programs that we were offering and that we want to offer. We have a small core team of 7 women, which in addition to us includes 3 clinical counselors and an administrative assistant. Andrea and I have been co-facilitating virtual group therapy for insomnia for over a year now, and we've brought this into SATA. With the help of the Shared Care Program, our team is currently developing and running groups for people in our community who are facing a terminal diagnosis. In these groups, we talk about grief and loss, self-compassion, spirituality, and we offer teachings about mindfulness. Because of the generosity and the patience of Team Atleo and the other Indigenous partners who we're learning from and working with, including Elder Duncan Grady of the Circle of Indigenous Nations Society in the West Kootenays, and Huyampton Fred Rowland of Cowichan Tribes, we're putting together something that we think is groundbreaking and beautiful. When we started with developing connection and relationship with one another, we started building trust. With relationship and trust comes safety. And when we feel safe, we can be vulnerable with one another. And this creates a space where we can be our authentic selves and we can communicate freely and openly. In this environment where we built this foundation of trust and safety, creativity has been fostered. And in conclusion, I want to say a little bit about what I'm learning about being a leader. I've been resistant in the past, all my life, to the idea of being a leader. And I think the reason has to do with past experiences where leaders treated me or others in a way that felt harmful. I'm now understanding that leadership is not about commanding others, and it's not about having power over others. Leadership is about empowering others. It's about creating safety. It's about understanding the needs of the people you work with and meeting them as best you can. It's about connection and relationship and trust. A leader is connected to their own heart and shares their heart with others. A leader's not ashamed of vulnerability and tears. When a leader is brave enough to share their heart, others feel it. And they might then have the courage to share their hearts. And often we find our hearts are telling us the same thing. Plako, plako, aichka, hands up.